Blast Music247.com. We're changing the industry, one artist at a time.
Perfect.
Oh boy. Okay, here we go.
Super freak, super freak, super freaking.
Okay.
Welcome everybody. Good evening. And let me see here. I see DRay trying to come in. Anyway, there he goes.
I see DRay. He said, anyway.
Game's only $50 off though.
So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Power Ups International. I am the Veep. We have EBTCH GOOB together, Freaking Night, and DRay, the producer. How is everybody doing?
My feelings are hurt because somebody called me DRay before the show started.
First of all,
Hey, it's only D-Truth.
Oh, jeez.
How about D's nuts?
How about your mouth ain't moving?
why is he so to storms?
Yeah, sure. Blame the storm.
Hold on, I gotta get us some tunage. DRay beat me to it. Okay. All right, y'all. So here we are. Once again, but at least a little bit more crew. Thank you, sir. A little bit more of the crew today. Dizzy, please get well. He's over there not feeling too hot, so
This person
we'll make
history
sure.
gets COVID 3 times in a row.
Mm.
Yeah, I really think this has to be like this.
Oh no, he disappeared.
Oh, poor DRay. You wanna come back?
I'm assuming he can get back in. Okay.
Look, you touch
So-
it using Sonic.
What is new on our agenda? Do we want to talk trailers first, or you want to say those for later?
Make America gay again.
We had one new game on our side. DRay had 2 new games.
Mm-hmm.
Let's play the let's do the trailer, the launch trailer for Expedition 33,
That one's great.
so I can
While we
really
wait for
sell
DRay.
freak on it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get that out the way. Here we go.
It's been 67 years since the world broke apart. 67 years since Lumiere was flung into the sea. 67 years since she appeared and painted her first number. Expedition after expedition have tried to stop her. Idealists, fighting for the future of Lumiere. Academics, obsessed with the secrets of the monolith. And those poor souls who just want their deaths to mean something. None have ever returned. And neither will I. But at least I'll have seen something of this world. Seen what lies outside the domes of Lumiere. I'll have walked the path of all the expeditions who came before us. Tomorrow, the paintress will wake. And tomorrow, we sail into the unknown. Even if we fail, we lay the trail for those who come after. We are Expedition 33.
I
Okay.
recognize my love's voice anywhere.
That was not the right one.
Well, actually, I tried to download the one that you had sent. YouTube
It
said
wouldn't work.
I think so. It was
Oh.
blocked.
Well, see, it wouldn't open just a second ago either.
Well, I had to sign. I had to open in the GOOB in the app. But that like the actual launch trailer was like ridiculously good.
Also, that trailer was just as good though. That game in general, it's such an intriguing.
So
concept.
good.
Yeah.
And I've only scratched the surface of like what's actually going on in the plot in the storyline.
Like it's such an intriguing concept altogether, but the game itself is good. And I hate turn-based games, but like the boss fights are cool.
The soundtrack
is badass.
is perfection. Rude.
Sorry, trying things.
It's okay. I like.
Well, do you have the other video? Do you have the other one?
I sure do.
Everyone gets Thanos.
Do you want to talk about that video? Or
You play it first so Freak can watch it and admire the soundtrack, and then
we'll get more into it.
I mean, it's already had Shadowheart's voice, so I'm sold.
here we go.
Do you think there's a chance my mom's still alive?
If your mom's anything like you have, she'll keep fighting till we find her.
I hope so. It's just hard to believe this is all really happening.
You mean to tell me your mama never told you stories about critters and weavers? Oh, you're lucky I come along.
What?
Shh. That's two-toed tall. Big gator. I gotta drop you off fast.
After I got you out of that tree, you said you helped me find my mom.
I ain't of a disposition to be gator snacks.
Well, me neither.
If we're gonna go on, we gotta get rid of him.
I'm all ears.
There's a church up a ways with a big bell. Go on and ring it.
You want to make him come running?
Tom can't abide the sound of bells. Some church folks once tried to dynamite him, and he didn't take that too kind. If you ring that bell, he might skedaddle.
You better not skedaddle.
Go on now, scoot. I'll pick you up yonder after to go find your mom.
Trifling ass mudcat.
Hey, I heard that.
Gotta move quickly now. Wait, that floating island is the gator? Oh, hell no. All right, time to find that church. There it is. Now to get over there.
are just meals for tongue, they say.
Yeah.
My bad.
That was
Looking forward to
Okay.
that for a long time.
Swamp Jedi, as he called it.
Okay, you know what? He said Star Wars, but in the Bayou, and I've never been more interested in a game before.
Bayou.
Star Wars in the Bayou. I do remember him saying that.
It's on Game Pass.
Okay. All right. So
Oh, my first introduction to that was all the complaints because of the sort of stuttery effect they put on the characters, and obviously all the PC players who are very FPS hungry.
I like it. It's got a very claymation-y art style, and I like it.
right.
I like it.
Right.
I think the actual style's
I really
cool.
like the
I can see
style.
why some people are annoyed at it, and they gave us a toggle to turn it off, which I think makes it.
Hey, DRay's here. Were you watching?
No, I was trying to work out my computer issues, but I'm here.
I thought you were having storm issues, not computer issues.
Both.
That's right.
So, sounds like y'all were talking about Queen South of Midnight.
We were.
We were your Star Wars Bayou.
Yeah, right.
Hmm?
Yeah. Man, I don't know what's going on tonight.
Weren't you having a storm?
Also, he's dying. So.
I see that by
Yeah, you know what? That sounds really good.
We don't have to.
I don't know. I have cups to put soup in. I started making my mango salsa earlier, and I could immediately breathe better. I haven't been able to breathe in like 2 weeks. But the jalapenos are live. Why is Troy so clear?
What am I doing?
The clearest person
Oh, we
here.
lost them both.
Oh, that's why he's the clearest person here.
What is going on tonight?
We're doing great.
Where'd Freak go?
There he goes.
I'm fiddling with things.
Where did Freak go?
Quit fiddling with
Is
things.
it bugging me? Where is it?
You know, I had just commented that Troy was like the clearest video here, and the second I said it, the both of y'all disappeared.
Hey, look, that's why
You are the weakest link.
that's why we're having problems, because his super high definition is sucking up all the bandwidth.
Aha.
So, are we going to Expedition 33 or?
I have the video. Let me see here. Let me make sure to share video.
Star
I wanna
Wars
make
Within the Bayou.
I
Because that
just
game
wanna
was
make
cute as
sure.
hell, but we can get back into it because I feel like we need to play the trailer first.
I could find the launch trailer for 33 and just stream it to the podcast.
Well, that's what I was going to do. I just got to see if the audio will play.
Okay, so while your brain is thinking on that, you know, usually I hate like turn-based games. They're slow and boring, and I can't do it. But this one, with the turn-based, how did you say it? They're like live.
It's turn-based, but you have to you can actively parry, dodge, and jump over the attacks. So it's real. It's got real
Which
time.
apparently you can turn off, which is nice. You know, that was one of my first complaints when I heard about it, was that it's gonna be quick time events, but apparently accessibility turn them off, which is.
I haven't fiddled with that. I tried the difficulty that said mastering these things is mandatory for survival and got my ass handed to me, so I turned it down one.
Yeah, you did.
Parrying was very difficult.
I think dodging and parrying in any game is the hardest part to get down because each game's timing is just slightly different. But honestly, the story behind Expedition 33 is super intriguing.
We're just scratching the surface and super confused.
Yeah, but the concept is like really intriguing too, like just the general idea of what they're trying to do. I'll play up now. We can play it.
No worries.
Yeah, eat your food, fatty.
Not fatty.
Yep.
Can't hear it?
Well, no, I was wondering if we needed to mute.
No, we're good. Just don't start yelling.
Yo, what's going on? It's all the
No,
sound.
same question. I think it's just going slow.
No, so this is the speed it goes.
No, the video itself is just slow.
Well, no sound. There it is.
There it is.
I thought it was paused.
No,
It
there
was
was
just slow.
literally just no sound during that time.
Yeah, and it was
It was
really slow.
piano.
Dramatic effect.
It was like-
Y'all didn't tell me Thanos was in this game.
You know, he did say I got a video where everyone Thanos.
I'm here.
Not the guy from Dune.
Trouble up there.
Well, that was very emotional.
Very.
So like it started at 100, and basically what I've got, what we learned so far, is every year that the what they call the paintress is like the one change in the number. Every time she drops it, every year she drops it by one. Then everyone that whose age is that number gets poofed.
Oh wow. That's
So-
wild.
So it's been going on for 67 years, and every year they send an expedition out to try to stop her. But so far, well, obviously they haven't succeeded.
Interesting plot.
So the one his ex-girlfriend, and he went back to, talk to her while she was dying. Because they know, she's gonna come out and count down, and this is gonna be your year, and you're gonna die. Like they know, and they have a whole party to
The whole festival, a whole send off of before you poof.
for all the dead people. And then after that, after they Thanos, then the expedition goes out to go to the island to try and kill
The paintress.
the paintress.
That's all I know so far.
It's a really interesting idea, and it's a really good story. But the art behind it is great, and the music behind it.
The music was the guy doing the music was they found him on SoundCloud.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And then most of the dev team was like junior devs.
From Ubisoft?
No, just one of them was like a bored ex Ubisoft developer, and the rest of them are like junior developers, pumping out a superb game with like 33 people. Or not 33. How many people were on it? It was some really tiny number.
That's pretty dope so far.
If only you had gotten past the first 2 seconds.
Look,
I can't believe
look,
you rage quit the opening.
Look. First of all, don't none of you mud ducks judge me because this is all Indiana Jones's game fault because I kept getting killed.
I don't know how.
I kept getting killed by this big snake. So whenever Veep plays the video that I sent him, this is the thing that has killed me 10 straight times, and I can't get past it.
Ooh.
All right,
So
hold
I
on.
have
Wait.
no-
No, wait, me first. Not you, me first. You rage quit the opening scene of this game because of Snake and Indiana Jones.
I have no patience at all.
Yeah, well, you should go back and play it. Also, this is the developer Sandfall Interactive. This is their first game.
When you see this video from Indiana Jones, you're gonna know why.
All right, I need to know.
But we'll get to that when we get to that. But that's why I have no patience. I have never been killed 10 times in a row.
They do only have 30
setting of a game ever.
The Sandfall Interactive, the developers for Expedition 33, they only have 33 employees.
Oh wow! How ironic.
Yes, and people it's already sold like 2 million copies.
It's a great
and
game.
People are saying it needs the 2025 Game of the Year material. Play it free.
Thinking of
Play it.
Jim Carrey film number 23, whatever it was.
Or was it 13?
That's the one. One of them. The numbers add up, by the way.
Every number added up to 13. Yeah.
Math is hard. It's okay.
Remembering is even harder.
Let me see here.
I'm torn between wanting to watch the trailer of this Star Wars but make it by you and the snake that bit DRay that made him rage quit a different game.
like literally, I have thrown my Xbox controller across the room, not once, not twice, but 3 times because this snake keeps killing me and I can't figure out how to get away from it.
I have a suggestion.
I made a funny joke.
You will not make any funny joke.
So here's what's gonna happen, Goob. You're gonna say the funny joke, and it's gonna be on site because it's on site.
I said, isn't it funny? The black guy's getting mad at a big snake.
On site. On everything I love on site.
I was just gonna say, I keep getting killed by a big snake. I bet that's something you hear all the time. But at least that's a bit more flattering, you know.
I love you.
Yeah.
I just knew someone was gonna say that's what she said, but nobody took the bait.
We're being
I
sensible.
don't even care anymore because, like I said, the thing keeps killing me.
That snake crawled right up to that.
Basic, you know what? Watch the video and you're gonna be like, it really
Out of
did.
a Krispy Kreme mug? You'd eaten soup out of a Krispy Kreme mug?
It really did. Like, watch the video. It's gonna say.
Where's your video at, DRay?
Oh, I put it in the chat.
Hey.
You didn't download it.
Stop pointing out the obvious.
She's like, where'd you get your Krispy Kreme mug from? Probably a Krispy Kreme.
It's adorable.
Yeah, that looks like, as a British man, I want to say that's a solid mug.
Thank you.
Wait, do y'all have
Fancy mug.
Krispy Kreme?
Did we
Well,
do?
they're
A few years back, maybe about 10 or so years back now we got them. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
The Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Drowning? That one, DRay?
Yes, that.
Okay.
Is that the
You
new
didn't want to
Indiana
call it the
Jones
Great
game?
Snake?
The Great Snake.
The Great Snake of Doom?
So basically,
what I call mine.
don't get me wrong. Indiana Jones and I forget the rest of the title is probably one of the best games I've seen in a long time graphically. The scenes are great. Gameplay is just sickening and complicated. But I mean, it's a good game. But you have certain areas where there's no help. So like if you're swimming, you will literally run out of air and not know how to get up to the surface and drown.
You look for air pockets.
So the whole title is just the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Yeah.
All right.
The recent game of Indiana Jones, right? Because I didn't know there was even a title.
So I'll tell you what. Before you do
Makes
that, Veep, if you play the gameplay one, because I think that'll be better for everybody to kind of see the game, and then I can set up why I'm rage quitting on all other games because it's pissing me off.
All right, let me see here. That link is also in the room. I see it. Gameplay. All righty. Okay. Here and
wall.
Box and then a wall and then a door.
Here we go.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
You did not see that coming?
Huh? I thought he was gonna punch him.
I did too.
Myths.
Ron Howard.
History.
Oh, wow.
Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years
Was
of
that
humanity's
Candyman?
thoughts and beliefs.
This was Candyman's last role.
Just waiting to be found.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me. Throughout history,
the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
Mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle. I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up?
That's not big one.
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chukulimani. The Great Circle. You have any idea how old that was?
They literally took it off of Harrison Ford. Okay.
It was the safe word for when you're whipping Nazis.
Okay, you know what? I really enjoyed that on-beat punch, though.
That was cool.
Remember, it is okay to punch Nazis.
Absolutely. Now, I will say this, having played the game, most of what you saw is actual gameplay, which is, to me, very impressive. You know, I mean, the game just looks so good, but there are things that just drive you absolutely nuts.
When we were watching it, I was mentioning that like the video itself was really good, but you could tell when it switched over to gameplay, and that was good. Like that was still really good quality video the whole way through, even when it was gameplay and not.
That's
cinematic.
why it's, you know, single player games are still real fun because they can afford to be more graphically intense and get away with it.
Well, funny you should mention the graphics because that's the
running
controversy with this game. I seem to know the controversy. I think this one, one of the requirements was ray tracing, and I think DLSS as well. So if you have an old graphics card, you cannot play this game.
Oh well, yeah, that's like part of the course, like for most games right now.
Right, ray tracing and everything else is an option. This is now compulsory.
Okay, so this is one of the many ways that you can die in this. And there is a whole Reddit channel on dying in this game because it's so frustrating. But in this case, you're trying to get into this pyramid, and the only way to get into it, you have to swim to the bottom of this pond and go through a tunnel. The only caveat to that is you may run out of air. Well, I said only, but there's two caveats. You may run out of air, and B, there is a gigantic man-eating anaconda in this pond. And just watch the video.
Does it want you because you have buns?
I have a question. I have a real question.
I don't want to hear your question.
No, I have a real question. Wait.
What?
Pick me.
Put your fucking hand down.
No. I don't want it.
Wow.
I don't want it. DRay, shut it. Hold on, wait. I got a question.
Just ask it.
I need DRay to bring us first, babe. Can you like level up your breath capacity, your air capacity?
No,
you're a human being in this game. You're not a superhero.
Okay, first of all,
and you're old as fuck.
I've been in plenty of games where you're a human.
I saw the way he threw that hammer. He's a superhero.
So, see, here's the thing. Like the lead up to this particular scene, you have to buy like what is called like a rebreather that'll let you stay underwater longer. But you got to break into like a German military base to steal some gold to then go back and buy it from the guy. So it's like,
wow.
Okay, so because it just seems like if there was an option to like train up your breathing, your breath capacity, you'd be able to. Well, I'm just saying if going in the lake and dying constantly is a thing, then that
you gotta find the air pocket.
There's gotta be a solution for it.
Like a normal human being, you gotta find the air pocket.
Well, first and foremost, there are no air pockets in this side, on this particular one, and on the screen, you see that little air breather thing that's right there on the left-hand side. You have to hit up. You would be surprised how many times you forget it's there while you're playing.
I'm blind. I had to see.
All right, let's take a look. Fade to black. Oh, so close.
Almost there.
The arms. Oh my god.
Oh wow. So close.
Oh. That's what it's like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So now you understand why I have absolutely no patience.
Fucking freak. When I got him the last time. Ooh, okay, almost done.
You heard that, did you?
I thought I saw that guy had a pitchfork that was to the left, but he wasn't close enough to use it.
You gotta get there. I have tried to grenade this thing. I've tried to shoot him. I've tried to stab him.
He said, "So that's what it's like," and then quickly left.
You should just ask J-Lo how she beat the anaconda.
Oh wow.
She married it.
That part.
Anyway, I would recommend everybody to play the game. Don't get me wrong, but
I recommend everyone play Expedition 33.
Be prepared to be really, really disappointed.
So I'll tell you what.
You'd have that Dark Souls level of patience, but it seems a bit.
Just a bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and play the Blast Artist for the night.
Yes, please.
And because we have a rare sighting of a freak, I decided to play that Scooby Booty music because it's been a while.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is J-Saw with Distractions. Let's check it out.
Oh. Damn, baby girl, she's a cutie with a booty. She's a snack, call me Scooby. There's a mystery to that booty. Drop it low, wind it up. Drop it low, do it slow, wind it up. Drop it low to the flow, get it out. Damn, baby girl, she's a cutie with a booty. She's a snack, call me Scooby. There's a mystery to that booty. Drop it low, wind it up. Drop it low, do it slow, wind it up. Drop it low to the flow, get it out. What we have here, baby girl, you got me stuck like them high beams and dares. You got me coming out the pocket, buying you in them drinks so we could go cheers. How we sit up like that, like you sit edge on stairs. Oh, man, that ain't fair. No, I got a weakness for the cheapness, and you already know the thesis. I'ma dive up in it like vest cargo, I go the deepest. Organs jumping out the way, no, I shattered them to pieces. R.I.P. to the ceases and the losers and defeats. I need that ocean tide flow, I'm trying walls with a squeegee. That's my queen, Nefertiti. Oh my lord, look at them titties. Now let me just digress. I had to just confess that you're blessed with all that sits up in that dress. Did I run into you for a reason? You a big ball of temptation, a lot of teasing. Damn, baby girl, she's a cutie with a booty. She's a snack, call me Scooby. There's a mystery to that booty. Drop it low, wind it up. Drop it low, do it slow, wind it up. Drop it low to the flow, get it out. Damn, baby girl, she's a cutie with a booty. She's a snack, call me Scooby. There's a mystery to that booty. Drop it low, wind it up. Drop it low, do it slow, wind it up. Drop it low to the flow, get it out. I was on a mission before I came up in here, trying to find a clue, but got distracted by that area. No matter where you move and sit back and stare, then your body is still, and then your booty everywhere. Damn it, I'm wrestling with that as she wanted me to slam it. I think I get to Randy every time I get savage. A lot of time I end up tragic, set the bars past the attic, looking for me with a magnifying glass. Expect the gadget, now your hook becomes a habit. If you turn down is a stat, expected me to jump right to it. Bugs Bunny rabbit to them overgrown cabbage, and it's soft and it's tattered, and the way you make it move is like it's voodoo or some magic. I gotta keep my head right. Distractions every day and every night. I see through the disguise when I look up in your eyes. You a devil in disguise, and your ass is the prize. Damn, baby girl, she's a cutie with a booty. She's a snack, call me Scooby. There's a mystery to that booty. Drop it low, wind it up. Drop it low, do it slow, wind it up. Drop it low to the flow, get it out. Damn, baby girl, she's a cutie with a booty. She's a snack, call me Scooby. There's a mystery to that booty. Drop it low, wind it up. Drop it low, do it slow, wind it up. Drop it low to the flow, get it out.
Yes, indeed. And that was J-Saw with Distractions. And if you are an independent artist, spoken word poet, or upcoming comedian looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you're a fan of great music, you too can go to blastmusic247.com, register as an unlimited fan, and have access to hundreds of independent music. So there's a QR code. You break out your iPhone or your Samsung, scan the QR code, and it'll bring you to blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time. Alrighty then.
I really wanted you to keep that up because I was making E do the hokey pokey.
Oh.
He was doing overdrive. I figured if I just white girl wiggled over a little bit, it would have been fine.
I wonder when she's gonna get the hint that I'm doing this on purpose.
So here is something that I thought was interesting. Let's see if you guys believe this theory.
DLC wasn't around in the early 90s, but companies still found a way to rip us off, and it was even worse than it is today. Because what they do is they release a $60 game, and then a few months later they release the same game over, but they just put a few updates to it, charge $60 for it. Then a few months later they do the same thing all over again. That's right, these are all three essentially the same game, except for one makes it a little bit faster and one adds some new characters. So if you think we have it bad with DLC today, just remember, this is about $400 after inflation, just to get the latest things in this game back in the 90s.
Wow.
I think I would have been stupid enough to do it. I mean,
I don't recall having to do that, or I don't recall feeling the need to do that.
Games are that similar, to be fair.
What did Freak say?
I don't know, something British.
I don't think the games were that similar, to be fair.
Oh, you don't think they were that similar?
Just back at the time, that was a big change, adding characters and stuff. So
yeah, that took a lot of like effort to do that. So like it was.
I guess I don't have the right to call myself a Street Fighter fan because I don't think I bought any of them, to be honest. My homeboy had one, and we rocked that out to that game. Dang near exploded. Loved it though. It was a lot of fun.
My time.
Yeah,
My first console was the first Xbox.
So that kind of cares. I love you.
Well, that's the thing. All those fighting games, Mortal Kombat, they've always done it. To be fair,
Mortal Kombat. Mm-hmm.
Every year, it's just the same game pretty much with a couple more characters. Again.
So, guys,
I didn't have that system, so.
Okay. So, guys, what games taught you more than school ever did?
All of them.
Like, I don't remember school.
I mean, yeah, I don't remember too much of it either, but I do just about remember the sort of games on floppy disks that I used to play at home that would have all these fun little like math-based, word-based games. So genuinely, I learned more from games.
Like the
Oregon Trail.
Yeah, Typing of the Dead was a cool game.
I had this cool Superman game that taught you like. I had this cool Superman game that like was taught you like it was like all the subjects and you like there was like a typing one where you're flying like smashing asteroids and it was a whole bunch of other shit but like oriented around like math, science, all that stuff.
Well, like yesterday we were talking about I thought that like my brain had thunked it up because I don't remember school, but I do remember having this little floppy disk game that you're like an alien in a spaceship and you have to solve these math problems to fix certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought like my brain just dreamed it up, but he also remembered it. So I'm not going completely crazy here, but like it used to do math and all sorts of science shit too. Those were the coolest. I know that's not at all what you asked, but we all remember the exact same thing.
No, I mean there's a lot like
games up.
The first video game that it was big that I played was forgive me, I may need DRay's assist. I think it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Is that the name of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They had a game?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Way back when, bro.
And it was only text. It was only text.
Oh,
that's it.
Text-based game. Fair enough.
Yeah, man. And it's funny. You would have to figure everything. Like look around, listen, look up, touch the ground. Or it's crazy how you got to think outside of the box when it came to that game. But that was a cool game.
I'd even say like your more basic games and beat 'em ups. It encourages a lot of critical thinking and like coordination. Like they're a lot more educational than people give them credit for.
That's a lot of brain to hand for like coordination.
But even again, just problem solving.
Hey, Goob, do that again. Okay.
Spirit fingers.
Fingers.
All right.
Why are you hiding, E?
You're making me choke on my salsa.
So let me ask you this: is nostalgic clouding our judgment? Like, were old games really that good?
Okay, so here's my answer, my opinion of that. To me, any game that was that depicted the hero's journey, that had a really, really good story, I'm not gonna care how old that game is. I'm gonna play it again because the story is good.
Right.
That's why Final Fantasy VII is still around.
Classic.
That's why Shinobi, I think that Ninja Gaiden. That's why Ninja Gaiden is still around. You have
I think Halo counts into that because I have restarted Halo from game 1.
Right.
4
Halo
times.
was so fun. The first one,
right?
And also play it from game 1 all the way to the last one.
And I mean, and even think about it. Super Mario was a hero's journey to go rescue the princess, and I don't care how many Xbox X series or PlayStation 5, 6, if someone puts a Nintendo in front of you with Super Mario, we're gonna be there for the next 3 or 4 hours.
Especially if it's a Wii. Wii Sports was so much fun.
Right. So
agreed.
But I will also say this though, because I feel like games were so much more expensive to produce back then. They took a lot more care in making them.
Yeah.
Now you have a lot of inflation. Huh?
Also, they weren't patchable, so you had to commit.
Right. So today they have a lot of inflated expenses and things of that nature that will drive the price up. But at the end of the day, a game like maybe Donkey Kong for ColecoVision in the 80s cost a lot of money to produce.
At that time, yeah. If I'm correct, when Atari came out, I think it was $200 back in that day.
Atari 2600?
There's a reason to get a crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that, like, with those games, though, since it cost so much to make and they had to take so much time in doing it all, they had more time to put into the stories and to make sure it was absolutely perfect. Because if they're doing this much work for the art and the gameplay and everything, they might as well put just as much work into the background behind it. I think that changed a lot.
I think it was like the limitations back then as a whole really pushed them to be more creative and find better solutions. And I think that kind of makes a lot of games timeless. Some of the different ways they did backgrounds and things now doesn't look so bad still.
So like, to put it in perspective, I did like some quick math. Atari 2600 in like 1982 was like $199, $200. In today's money, that's almost $800. So imagine paying almost $800 for a game system.
I mean, they did bundle it with Combat, so that's the deal.
And look, Combat had what, like 50 games with it?
What, bro? And we killed every single one of those games.
Hey, man, we played Tank until the sun come up.
Man, Tank was all that. So
here's those old games actually did look better as well. Sorry, just to squeeze this in, because I found this the other day. Like you'd have this sort of effect in your head where you think the game looked better than it did. You play it now, it looks like trash. And it's because the CRT monitors. Because of the CRT monitors and the way they designed those games for the way the light bleed, it actually did look better back in the day when you first played it.
Well, think about it. What did you have it to compare to? That was cutting edge technology. Like Atari 2600 was the thing right up until ColecoVision came out with Donkey Kong. And it was like, what is this crap I'm playing at the house?
Even in television.
I can play Halo 1 and you're like, this looks like shit.
Right?
On Halo, you can do the little, square and square button press, and it switches you from like current graphics
from shitty to remastered shitty.
Yeah, well they
I love
glitter.
The Monkey Island remaster does that too.
Glitter.
Graphics
from shit to polished shit.
Right.
If you want your old games to look better, use a CRT, an old TV.
Like me and the kids have been playing. Me and Matthew have been playing Lost Planet 2, which was a 360 game.
Oh wow!
Utter ass. Hurts my eyes to look at.
He said utter.
I think we're spoiled with like the quality that we have now compared to what it was then. So it's hardly comparable.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's one of the knocks with South of Midnight, which, we talked about earlier, we alluded to earlier. I mean, graphically, it's beautiful. The scenes, the cut scenes, even the play, the characters, the story is great, but the gameplay is really, really basic, for lack of a better word. And you could see where they were borrowing elements from other games. Like, I described it as Bayou Star Wars, because there's a part where you can get her to walk across the wall like you would in Jedi Fallen Order. You know, it's like they just, you know, they kind of snagged this from another game. And so, yeah, we do get a little spoiled with the graphics and everything else, but sometimes the gameplay suffers when they're trying to make it look pretty.
Do you know who made it? Like what company is it with?
I'll go look at it real quick.
I thought it was
Xbox Game Studio.
The same people that made Fable, right?
I think.
No,
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
This is also a gamble for Xbox too, because if they can get another game that sells decently coming from their own studios, then they can start doing what Netflix is doing and creating more of their own content as opposed to having to go out and acquire it.
Well, yeah, and then most of those will go right to Game Pass.
I really like the artwork of it and the cinematics of it, but I think that
I like that claymation look.
Like a lot of games, though, I mean, think of Diablo and 3 and 4, make these really movie quality cutscenes and opening scenes with people and shit and great music, and then you cut to gameplay and it's top-down blocky.
That's the whole point of Diablo.
Yeah, but still, the opening scenes and all the cutscenes are great.
The same with at the time when they did Diablo 1. You know, for the time, the cutscenes were like superb.
Well, the cutscenes are supposed to be like a reward for gameplay back then. A big part of that is.
Like I remember, like Warcraft 3 had real cool cinematics.
Right.
DRay, what did you just say?
No, just saying it was just like Warcraft. You had these brilliant cutscenes, and then the gameplay was very cartoonish. It was almost like a letdown.
Like WoW. When WoW first came out.
Okay.
Time and money on the opening scene.
What? That's crazy. That part of the development isn't that much money.
If
compared to the rest of it.
If the game itself was in one style, I just think that it wouldn't hurt the opening scene or the cutscenes to be in that exact same style. I mean, you could still make them good.
I think
it can be a bit jarring.
Yeah,
like that's why you notice where the gap with is gone. Like the Indiana Jones, the gap between cinematic scene and gameplay is
really close now.
It's like about there, because back then to run like that the movie, the pre-made rendered movie cutscenes, it took like very minimal processing power because it was already pre-rendered. Everything. It was just load and play.
Just the video
in the background. Versus the gameplay, which is running the processes and all that, and that's why we're about to hit the equality points.
Well, I mean, if you look at the new GTA trailer, you can't really you really can't tell. You can't tell which one is the actual gameplay, which one is just a cinematic scene, because they all look about the same quality.
But at the same time, I at some point graphics are gonna peak, because then you can't. Because after that, it's gonna be real fucking life.
Right.
You know what? I want my video. I don't want that to happen. I want my video games to look like video games. Because if they look like real life, it's not an escape from life anymore.
At the rate we're going,
that part. AI is starting to get real scary. That's all I'm gonna say on that. So, who would win? Who would win? Hypothetical.
Oh, please, not the 100 people.
Oh no,
because that's got to be the dumbest question ever.
And to the fact that it had so much buzz is another thing.
Not doing this.
Oh, the gorilla would fucking wreck house.
I'm just saying, who would be the first one
to catch the hell? Poof! That's
who's gonna catch those gorilla mittens?
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
You want to be the example?
But there was a similar thing about like however many in 100 Men thought they could win a fight against a bear. And honestly, first of all, try. Second of all, how do you have this much confidence in yourself that you think you can win in a fight against a bear?
They've never watched Discovery Channel.
No, they haven't.
I think it's a good thing to have that kind of confidence in yourself.
Bear mitten, and you're gonna be fucking done.
Or they never.
And they've never played Red Dead 2 either.
And they never seen that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio getting just
destroyed
by a bear.
They never seen Cocaine Bear.
Oh, that part.
I want them to live stream it, and then I want copies. I want to see them try.
Oh, jeez.
I don't want to see it because it's not going to be pretty at all.
At all.
But it needs to be there.
There's not enough blur and censor tape to cover that.
No.
And
no matter how much Clorox they use, they'll never be able to get all of that up.
That far as is done.
Bro, I don't even think 100 people could line up and stop the momentum of a gorilla.
But that's about it.
I really want them to live stream it.
Everyone is catching bear mitts. Bear mitts, gorilla mitts.
You know what's worse is that gorilla is going to have the blessing of Harambe and get like
He's going to come in there like
what's Saint Harambe bless that gorilla to smite those 100 dudes.
And here's the thing that people don't really understand, because for some reason somebody inboxed me and was like, well, I would have a gun, and I'm like, here's what you got to understand about a gorilla: anything lower than a 50 cal may or may not stop a gorilla.
Actually stop it.
You're gonna have to aim for the heart and hope it goes through the rib cage.
That's what I'm saying.
Out of the head.
So, and that's anything. You got to have a 50 cal or above. So if you're just coming in there with your little pissant 22,
pew.
You better hit those eyeballs.
I think the momentum of a gorilla is going to kill you fast.
I don't even think a 22 could get through the eyelids.
Well, I don't think people understand that your reaction time from pointing and shooting, gorillas move fucking fast.
Yeah.
And he shoulder charge you, it's a wrap.
Yeah, and look, all he gotta do is swipe one good time. You don't have an arm anymore. So the arm that had the gun, he's over there picking his teeth with it.
And they use their teeth too.
Yeah, those motherfuckers have never watched the movie Congo. Have you?
Hear me out. They're also really stupid, so you could just, totally what?
Then get behind him with the suplex.
I know. The only Facebook comment I read about it earlier was somebody saying the gorilla is just going to throw his hands up and yell for Harambe and take one step and everybody's dead. But just everybody's out. But I hope that I never in my life meet one of those 100 men that think that they can do it, because that's something that's a terrifying amount of confidence.
I guarantee you won't meet them, because if they get in there, just think about it, and they're in a room, it's 100 people in a room.
Oh no,
a live gorilla comes in, and now 100 of y'all versus this gorilla. All the gorilla got to do is jump and land. Well, that's 20 of y'all dead right there.
The person that thinks that they can actually win and survive this fight, that is a terrifying amount of confidence. And I never want to meet somebody with that much faith in themselves, because what the fuck?
Well,
I know something I don't about gorillas.
I did see an interview with Mike Tyson when he was very, 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 very high, that they asked him if it was 100 Mike Tysons versus a gorilla. And of course, Mike Tyson was like, that'd be one dead gorilla. So, that is Mike Tyson, though.
Yeah.
Is this the 100 Mike Tysons in their prime?
Yeah.
Then there may, he might pull that. That one might be.
He might actually pull that off.
As long as he catch him in the jaw.
He might be able to hit that gorilla hard enough that the gorilla goes, this is really not a good idea.
This ain't worth it.
There's 100 of these motherfuckers.
It's like, this ain't the move.
If it's Mike Tyson in his prime, that's possible.
No.
Some of them start doing body work.
That could uppercut you and you knocked out and nobody knows, and he's still hitting you.
Yeah, then I can believe it.
No, because if it's just some rando sitting on a couch,
Oh no, it can't.
Type it on Facebook.
If it's 100 randos, you're gonna have a mix of actual buff guys and then a bunch of fat, overconfident guys.
I guarantee you, it's gonna all look the same when that gorilla is over. When that gorilla is done,
They are
it'll be a
100%
giant pile of goo.
But I hope I never meet somebody in real life with that much confidence, because that sounds terrifying.
No, the third time you said that, we get it.
No, I agree.
I could take a gorilla. For sure.
You could what?
I could take a gorilla.
I think freak should
Everything has genitals. Okay. One swift kick is all you need.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
And you better run.
Gorillas have the smallest wiener.
Why do you know this?
How do you know?
You.
Okay, we gotta change the subject real quick.
Wait. I've got a question.
I mean, we're
for
at an
Freak.
hour anyways.
No, I got a question for Freak. Who said it was going to be a male?
Oh yeah. Well, that's another thing. Is it a male gorilla or a female gorilla?
And are there babies nearby? Because she's going.
I don't actually personally think there is a difference.
Now,
if there's babies around,
a female gorilla, there's absolutely no chance. As a matter of fact, it could be 100 Mike Tysons.
There's going to be 100 dead Mike Tysons.
It's going to be 100 dead Mike Tysons.
No, I think you are better off against the female gorilla purely because it might not try to kill you.
No, the only difference, the only benefit of fighting a female gorilla is she's going to kill you quicker.
Yeah, I think
the male gorilla might play with you a little bit.
I just would imagine them being quite as territorial as a male because it's kind of what they do.
Have you seen the Discovery Channel?
Yeah, I wonder if there's. I want to know the ratio, the statistic of men who think they can win against a chimpanzee.
Well, there is a video. Y'all YouTube it. Some guy was being interviewed, and he talked about how his son got bitten by Bubbles, Michael Jackson's chimp, back in the '80s, and basically Michael walked up and gave the monkey a 2-piece and knocked the monkey out. So I don't know.
He is the king of pop.
He was the king of pop.
Wow.
Why does that sound like a fluff piece, but like, the worst fluff piece in the world? Like, look how strong he is, but then also he hits his animals. So.
Well, I mean, he was good and dead by the time this interview came out.
They used to do back then.
I don't know how much fluff you want.
Not good and dead. Well, look.
I've seen some videos of some chimps going ham, and let me tell you, I don't want my dickens bitten off.
I'll take a gorilla over a chimp.
I've seen. Didn't we read somewhere that a chimpanzee ripped some woman's face off?
Yeah.
So,
she got too close.
Chimps are terrifying.
Who wants that kind of work?
People have them as pets.
At least the gorilla would just smush me with one of his hands.
Again, I think the gorilla's more likely to go, I can't be arsed, you're not worth it, than a freaking chimp.
Technically, if you stand up to a charging gorilla, it will more likely back down.
Let that gorilla die 10 times playing Indiana Jones.
I tell you what, that gorilla probably would have figured out how to beat the level.
That's messed up.
Okay, I need you to live stream the snake at some point on Twitch or something.
No, that's wrong. Whoa.
That's the only fan thing.
I was gonna say wrong media platform.
Well, DRay, can we live stream perhaps the animated snake? Where your wife comes in and tries to kill me?
Oh boy. No comment.
No doubt.
One DRay against an angry Meek. Nope.
You just see a
That's hilarious. So before we head out, I wanted to ask this question, and
him just threatening just the whole way.
I wanted to ask this question until we rabbit trailed into something I wasn't even trying to go near. I was saying, who would win, a fully leveled Elder Scrolls character or Goku with a controller drift?
Goku.
Where the hell did you get this question?
I know we side behind Goku.
Don't tell them where you got the questions from.
No, I want to know because I have questions for their questions.
I keep it fresh and anonymous.
Generate me a who would win.
I have questions for their questions.
Goku with stick drift.
I do like their addition of stick drift though.
Like that.
I always stay behind Goku, but I'm pretty sure there's powers to change reality in Skyrim. So once you can change reality,
I guess
I haven't seen a full maxed out Elder Scroll character to know if it can.
Once Kamehameha is fucking done.
That's what I'm saying. You know.
Kamehameha don't care about stick drift. It's a big old beam.
If I can stop time, I don't care about your armor. It's just like
that part.
Oh, that's pretty.
Like this, done.
But then it's just boost through that.
Stop touching my shit.
No.
Hey, get a room.
I like it. Wait, don't go anywhere yet.
What's your question?
The new Elder something.
Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Yeah. Did we get that? Wait, is that it? I thought it was like the word night or something.
No, it's Oblivion. What?
I thought
That
it
was
had the
Night
word.
Rain. No, Elden Ring Night Rain.
Oh.
That's what I was showing.
Okay. Did you send it to me?
No, it's not out yet. Wait, if you want to play Elden Ring Night Rain, I saw it's only $40.
Only $40, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
what's up with that couch co-op?
No, it's co-op.
Also, Arc Raiders is $40. As I've heard. The
Oh,
beta?
that
Is it a beta?
I don't know. Is it that Bungie game?
Is that Bungie? I didn't know who it was. It looked like Bungie.
It is.
Wait a minute, what just happened? I think it's on Game Pass, right? Arc Raider.
I haven't seen it.
I think.
Okay, so my favorite thing in the world so far, like my favorite game that I have liked this much actively streaming it was Elden Ring. Was the last one that came out? Yeah.
I'm so glad she changed
Why
that.
I got mad at you playing because you kept doing it wrong.
I didn't want to know what her favorite thing was.
I like the cameras.
She likes playing Elden Ring.
My favorite thing is we were playing it on Discord, and so like I kept pissing him off because I don't keep like the
She was
weapons.
playing
and
it
shit.
wrong.
I was playing it wrong. Every 2 steps.
That's what he
he's
said.
like, why'd you do that? What are you doing? Why'd you get rid of that? Why'd you sell that? Why don't you have this? And all you hear is Dizzy and Freak in the background, like cackling the whole time. But also, he wasn't even playing with me. He was just like watching from the other side of the room.
I wasted $60 on her.
I loved that game. You were just seeing from the other side of the room. Why'd you sell that? I heard you sell something. What'd you sell? Why don't you have this? And it was just Freak and Dizzy in the background laughing the whole time. Those were my favorites.
Wow.
We have different play styles.
Yeah, she doesn't do it right.
And like that.
You know what's also fucked up is you bought that game on the Xbox, but didn't use my account, so I can't even install it and play it.
Yeah, but the fun part is now he has his own Xbox, so I can't log into his. So like,
yeah, but I can't.
We have to buy every game twice now.
I can't believe what has happened to you, brother.
It's
You were one of us, and now
an angel that shall soon be taken back to the heavens.
He's always been an elitist, but
you are tainted still.
I just gotta wait for my relocation reimbursement to come through.
Yeah, this was great. Yeah, I think he needed it.
Boy.
His PC ego needed it a little bit.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna get rid of you. And
now to make amends, you have to go balls to the wall with your upgrade.
I'm kind of confident.
I'm talking 1790. That's not even out yet.
You saw the case I picked out.
That's okay.
Okay, there is this little. It's not as humid here, so like we don't, all those 5 million extra fans that are so heavy and sitting on shit, like it's not as necessary. So like we saw a case that straight up looked like a turret.
Yeah, it's like this weird like open air case.
It looked like a turret though.
They look really. Have you seen those? And the open air cases are fucking cool because they can be in.
That's not like broken apart ones you can put on the wall and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll find the thing again and send it to the group chat.
Okie dokie.
But this new Elden Ring Night Rain thing, which I was originally attempting to talk about, is co-op. So I can't wait to really get
Well,
under
no,
my
that's
skin
just
with
the cool
it.
thing is it doesn't play like that. It's like you find and you get stuff, you get gear. You like during the day you run around killing things, getting spells and armor and all that. And at night you fight a boss, and then you just keep doing that until you die. So it's like continuous boss fights. It's like
So
it's an Elden Ring roguelike.
It's having a 9 to 5.
Huh?
When you fight the boss.
Yeah.
I don't. That doesn't register in my head.
Nothing does.
I know a lot does. That's true.
Well, look, let me start descending to land the plane. However,
plane.
However, I made it among myself to give some extra freak closures because it's been a while.
It has been.
I'm good with this.
So he's here. So check this out.
Dylan, come on, pick that up. What is this? Pick it up. Oh, you motherfucker. You gotta be shitting me.
I approve.
He said, "I approve."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like freak.
Yeah,
Freak
these are always based after freak. Here's this next one.
Okay, this is a turret that I'm putting down, Jake. What is? Oh shit! Yes! Brilliant! Oh
my god! Wrong turn. And of course, here's the last one. I love this one.
Did you nick my flamethrower?
No. That sounded genuine.
Why have you got a flamethrower on your back then?
I haven't.
Oh, flamethrower.
Where did that come from?
I love that. Oh my goodness. So gang, let's go ahead and outro. Shoot, it's been a while. So freak, what would you like to say before we head out?
Just my usual, be kind to yourself. Tough in these days.
Still appreciated. DRay, what would you like to say before we head out, bro?
Be kind to each other. You never know what the next person is going through, and take some time for yourself, and avoid the snake.
That part.
No, we took the snake head on.
Oh jeez.
Oh boy.
Man, I can't land this plane fast enough.
Follow-up question.
Into the Meadowlands.
You also
remember, if it comes at you too fast, bite it.
Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom.
I can't with you guys. EBTCH and Groove, what do you like to say before we head out? The line has been drawn.
Don't be a dick.
Of course.
Don't be a snake.
Wow. Can't.
All right, I have one. So since our LGBTQ plus suicide and mental health crisis lines have been shut down, Canada has started their own for
I saw that.
Their U.S.
Very cool.
brothers and sisters. So 1-877-330-6366 is Canada's LGBTQ plus suicide and mental health crisis hotline number. Their tagline for it is kindness and empathy have no borders, and it's the best thing I've seen in this
Agreed.
super dark time.
Facts.
Yeah, agreed. I would normally have that information, but I'll have it up for next week so that
No, you're good. I usually have my notebook with me, but I had to scroll back for DRay's posts.
No worries. Cool. All right, gang. Thank you for hanging out with us. A little longer than normal, a little crazier than normal, but hey, That's what we're about. Oh snap! Just smack the crap out of my mic. Everybody.
Snake lives matter.
DRay.
Everybody have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week. I can't land this plane fast enough. Get out of here.
Perfect.